All right, here we go. I got another Pokemon card collection I want to show you guys with also kind of a cool story, and there's some cool old vintage cards in here. And the goal today is to find some more cards in this collection to submit to PSA. I just got some more card savers in the mail today, and I'm really trying to get these sent out by the end of the week. Get in on the PSA submissions through the grading service before the end of the month. So after the last one, I realized I need to simplify it, make it shorter, get through these cards quicker. So only doing one camera this time, and I already went through these cards to kind of give it a look so I know what I'm looking for. But really, there's some cards I just want to take out, give them a quick look, see if they're worth grading or not. I'm going to check pretty much all the first editions. I think those are worth submitting to PSA. Let me know again in this one if you guys see something that I missed. This is mostly vintage Wizard of the Coast era stuff, so I have a pretty good idea of what this stuff's worth. This Togepi is in really nice shape. I'm not sure what it's worth in a PSA 10, but it's first edition, so that's going to be one I'm going to submit. And I'll go through all those cards at the end. Let's take a look at this Onix. You know, there's some of these other cards, they look like they're in good condition, but since they're not first edition, I'm just going to hang on to those ones for a while. This Onix is not in that great a condition. But, yeah, like I said, there's some cool cards in here. I'm going to try to go through them pretty quick, so I may miss something. I will be doing a PSA submission video really soon. Show you guys what I'm sending off. Some cards that I pulled on the channel, some cards that I showed you in the previous video, some of the ones in here, but also some that I've just had, either from my childhood collection. I'm going to take a look at this Mewtwo, either from my childhood collection or that I've pulled recently. This Mewtwo is not really in the greatest condition, so that one won't be going. Got a Mew promo, those are pretty common. I am hanging on to a lot of these old Wizard of the Coast cards, whether they're common or uncommon, just to see how the market goes. They might be worth something. I'll move this over so you guys get a better view of kind of everything in there. If there are something on the corners, I'll make sure to point those out. I don't think this set had any shadowless. I do think some of these might be doubled up, but yeah, see, none of these are shadowless. There's very few first editions. We got some McDonald's promos in here, like this one. The Drillbur looks like it might be in okay shape. This one's got a bend in it. I'm not too interested in even looking at those. All right, let's look at this Alakazam. I don't think very many of these are in the best of shape. So as I go through these, I'm going to tell you how I got this collection. So it's not mine. I'm getting commissioned to sell it. Oh, I see. Sorry, you guys. I'm gonna cut here. I'm gonna cover up the light on the GoPro. All right, that should be better. There's some cool old cards in here. Some of these trainers even might be worth some money someday, but since they're not first edition, it's kind of a cool promo card from Black and White. So anyway, so I'm just gonna start looking through these. I don't know if these are just doubles. So this collection came from somebody who is now a teenager who collected when they were younger. So there are some cards in here that are kind of like the mid-school era, kind of when they were collecting, but a lot of these cards came from storage units. So this person, their family, owns a business that buys and sells storage units. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at these because it seems like they're all trainers, but there's a lot doubled up there. So this is kind of like a mixture of who knows what. I'm just gonna, there's so many of these doubled up. A mixture of who knows what in here. Black and White era and older. There's actually, I know there's some X and Y. Just some energies. I'm just gonna pull these out. It doesn't seem like there's anything too crazy. I'm just kind of showing you guys what's behind there really more than anything. But you know, all these cards, just gonna hang on to them for now, unless anybody's like really interested in something, but it doesn't seem like there's anything too crazy in here. And I doubt, you know, if this is somebody's binder, they may not have, I don't know why they wouldn't put like the best card in the front, but you never know. But to that point, the nature of this collection is that, you know, it came from multiple collections. So just based on looking at it, I'm pretty sure there's multiple collections in here. You know, there's just different eras. There's more McDonald's promos. Nothing too crazy in here. There's a Umbreon. I don't know what set that is, but there's a card behind it. It might be worth looking at. Not really. I'm going to leave this Umbreon out. It's just an uncommon, but I'm just going to leave it out. I'm not going to submit that to PSA. I just pull it out. This Lapras. Lapras is pretty common. That's not even a holographic, so leave that in there. Ditto non-holo. Again, some of these older cards, even non-holo, if they're in PSA 9 or 10, they are worth something. This is going to be my first PSA submission, so I'm only sending in like the really good cards. I don't know why there's this like promo card thing in there. Just kind of looking for first editions, kind of the big hitter cards. You may have seen my last video. Like I said, I know it ran a little long, but there were just some really cool cards in there. There's not as cool of cards in here, and I don't know, this binder, there was nothing. This is kind of cool though, the checklist for base, jungle, and fossil. I bet you that's worth at least something, just because it's like the original binder checklist. All right, here we go. Let's see on this. Like it, Koga's Ninja Trick. It's the banned card from Japanese, but in awful condition. So definitely not getting that graded. But that's a common card that's worth a couple $100 in a PSA 10. We got a Gyarados. This is not in the best shape either. Put that one back. I'll probably sell all the ones. I'm pretty good at listing my stuff with the right conditions and everything. You know, because these cards are still cool. You know, they look nice, a lot of them, until you pull them out of the binder. So, you know, people always say binder copy. Man, this back looks pretty good on this Chansey. It's got one little thing right there, but the front is in rough shape. That's a card, if it's preserved and it was actually good out of the pack, that's a really nice card to get. But anyways, okay, so this next one, I'm gonna try to pick up the pace here. I'm gonna set this one aside. This next binder definitely has some good cards in here, and you'll see it's a Southern Islands binder. Maybe that's a little bit of foreshadowing. It is some foreshadowing for what's in this binder, actually. So this is the second binder. So I got two binders, and then there are more cards after this, but we'll go through this one kind of quick. Some cool Neo series cards, but all kind of the commons and uncommons. There's a Larvitar with the biggest head. Or I don't know, is that considered its head? This Magneton, it's not holographic. I just want to pull this out. This one is in a sleeve. I don't know that this would be worth anything, but man, it's in really good shape, actually. Yeah, that little thing, that's in the card sleeve. But yeah, this one, I'm going to look this one up. This one might be worth submitting. It's not first edition, it's not holographic, but it is a rare, and it's in really good shape. I didn't notice that one before. Or maybe I noticed it and I didn't notice it was a rare. Let's see if this Yanma is the same thing. So I did have a Yanma in the last collection, but it was hollow, but it wasn't in very good shape. This one's in perfect shape. I might submit that one too. I'm just going to take another look here to see. These are all commons and uncommons. They could still be worth something. I don't know. We got some promo cards. We got the E3 Pikachu. I don't know if that's worth anything. I might look it up. We got the gold border Meowth. I said in the last collection video, like, I ate so many fruit snacks trying to find these cards. I don't really know that any of these promos are really worth anything, you know, graded or not. They are in really, really good shape, or at least this one is. I'm gonna set that one aside just so I can look it up. Maybe I'll pull some of these out. I didn't think I would, but it's E3 promo, Pikachu. This one could be worth something. I'm gonna look that one up as well. I don't think this first movie one is worth anything. You know, and I haven't looked up PSA on these gold border Meowths, but I have looked up just like the general on those prices, and they're not very high, but I'm gonna look that up anyways, because these cards, these promo cards, are in such good condition. Yeah, they're in really, really good condition. Sorry I'm taking a little bit of time on these. I know they're not like super crazy, but yeah, these are all perfect. Like I said, I don't know if any of these first movie ones are. This Mewtwo, I don't know what this promo was from. The centering is not the best, but it's in good shape. So I'm gonna look those up. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna go through these. So then we got this was the holo they must have pulled out of this pack. It's probably the worst holo you can get, unknown. But it's in really good shape, so I'm probably gonna send that one in just because it's in such good shape. All right, now we got some of the old cards. So first one, this Venusaur is really hot right now. It is in a sleeve and it is a promo, so we might have a really nice card here. It is looking really good. Sorry, I'll get that in there for you guys. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the lighting today, but let me see. I'm not pulling them out of the sleeves. This one doesn't really look like it has any print lines either, which is really nice for that card. So I'm going to get to the Blastoise. One of them is in better shape than the other. It's kind of weird when you see these collections, see what people have sleeved or not sleeved. This Rocket Sneak Attack, not in the best shape, so it wasn't a sleeve. These sleeves are kind of dirty. I'm going to put this in a new sleeve. I'm not going to submit this one, but since I pulled it out, I'm going to put it in a sleeve anyway. All right, this Lieutenant Surge. So I had this whole set, I think, from Gym Heroes, and it was in perfect condition. And I did not keep them. I sold them. This Lieutenant Surge is in really good shape. I should have hung on to those. You know, when I got back into the hobby earlier this year, I didn't really put much time into researching, and I just kind of was like, oh, my cards are worth money. I'm going to sell them. All right, so we got the base set Blastoise. This might be one of the best cards in here, and it's in really good shape. I'm going to, like I said, leave it in there. It does have some corner issues there. And then one little one on the bottom. Kind of see that there. But other than that, really nice card. The holo looks pretty good. Yeah, that's a good card. That's going to be one of the better cards from the set. This one I can already tell. Well, there's more than one in here. I can already tell this one's not as good. All right, so we got a Pidgeot in there, so we'll look at that. So this one's not in very good shape. I am going to sleeve it and leave it out. I'm not going to submit this one. I don't think. The holo looks good on it, but overall the card is in not the greatest shape. So then the Pidgeot, very tough card to grade. This one doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit of whitening on this corner. Overall, not bad. The holo looks pretty good. I don't know. This one's a maybe. The centering is way off, though. I think, again, sleeve this one. Leave it out. You know, because I'm going for either the really rare cards, whatever, you know, like that Shining Charizard in the last video. Like, if that comes back a 5, it's still worth getting graded. But some of these other cards, you know, not really worth grading now, but they would be. This Pidgeot from base set 2 is really nice. It might, I don't think it's like 10 worthy, but it could get a 9. So I'm gonna leave that one out. We got the Raichu. I don't really know, like, obviously this is like one of the, it's like an iconic card, but it does have some silvering. The back looks really good. This one we might submit. It's got some silvering, but overall, I don't see any print lines or scratches on the hollow. That one might get an 8. Might get an 8. Let's see on this. So this is a pretty good this Nidoqueen definitely has some silvering. So we're gonna move on. Let's see on this Nidoking. That one's definitely got some issues. See like a crease up there. So set that one aside. Clefairy from base set 2. And I almost felt like there was another card in there. There's not. This card looks like it's in really good shape. This is one that's really tough to grade. I'm going to pop the hollow out on this one and see. I'm not looking at the screen. There might be a print line right there. I don't know though. That might just be, I don't know. I think that one's worth sending in. These later hollow ones are really tough to grade. You know, this one's got some silvering. It's not perfect on the back, but the hollow looks good. Yeah, that one, probably send that one in. I'm going to take another look at these. These base set 2 cards look like they're in really good shape. I know it's base set 2, not super popular. This Ninetales looks good. Probably grade that one. Let's see if this base set one, what that looks like. I wish there was some first edition in here. I wonder where all those ended up, because in this collection there were a lot of first edition. This sleeve looks really bad. But this Ninetales looks pretty good. There's some silvering on the edges, but overall, the hollow looks decent. This one could get like, I don't know, 7, maybe an 8. Set that one aside. I don't think this Meowth promo is worth anything. It's just real common. Let's see what this Dark Persian looks like. Hollow looks good. I don't know if that right there is something on the design. I don't know. This one's probably not worth sending. I'm going to leave it out. Poliwrath isn't really worth it anyway. I mean, it could be if it was in good shape, but I can see some silvering just looking at it. So Alakazam. Again, these penny sleeves are not very good. So Alakazam looks really good, actually. Let's see. Yeah, that could be 9 worthy, 8 maybe, 7 probably still worth sending in. All right, so got the Machamp first edition. They're all first edition. Yeah, that one's got some issues. That's such a common card. These Magnetons, if they look good, that would be a good card to grade. This one, yeah, and that's why. I don't know if you can see it on there. Print lines all over that. But other than that, this one looks like it's in good shape too. I'm gonna go through these, give them a better look too. But you know, if they look good right off the bat, I'm keeping them out. This one's got some silvering. Let's see what the print lines look like on that one. That one doesn't have any print lines, but it's scratched. So, you know, it'd be unfortunate, you know, one of these cards that, you know, so valuable in a PSA 10, and if it would have even had a shot back in the day, but you know, it got played with. But all right, man, see some of these, like, it's really encouraging when you see them in the binder in a sleeve. This Magneton from Fossil looks good. So some of these I might save. It's got a corner ding there. Yeah, I wouldn't send that one in. But like I said, in the future it might be worth it. But like I said, I did get commission to sell these, so a lot of those may not be PSA worthy. I'm gonna probably just sell. Let's see what this Magneton looks like. We got 2 chances at the Fossil Magneton. This one looks better. Corner ding too, like in the same spot. It's like the same card, but it's not. I'm gonna skip Muck. We don't care about Muck. This Hypno looks pretty good. I'm gonna, yeah, there was something before they put these in this binder, something that messed up the corner down there, which I don't know. If you put a book on there for a week, you might, maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try putting a book on these cards for a week and see what happens, but I'm not going to worry about those. Like I said, I'm trying to get in a PSA submission this week. There's some good cards on this page. See if the corners are bent. This one has a little bit of silvering, but overall a good card. I'm going to look up, you know, values on these, because this is a card that's easy to grade, you know, so there's probably a lot of 10s out there, you know, which would mean like an 8 or a 7 might not be worth very much. So got Brock's Rhydon. I do have another one of these that I plan on submitting to PSA, so I do have to keep them straight, and I do have a plan for that. I know they kind of keep them in order. I don't know if the grading service or the middleman service will keep them in order, but I guess it doesn't really matter, you know, on something like that. It's just kind of like the really big cards that I'd be a little more worried. So Chansey, crazy hard to grade. This one's got a lot of scratches on the hollow and some silvering. I'm not going to send this one in. If you think I'm like blatantly missing something that should be sent in, let me know. I'm going to skip these 3 cards. Oh man, they don't look too bad though. Let's see. Take them out of those. Yeah, this one looks actually really bad. See, that's the thing. Binder copies. Put your whole master set together of those cards. All right, we got another doubled up. So I don't know why they would put a Mewtwo from base set 2 behind Clefable. I guess they're both from base set 2. This one looks in good shape. Yeah. I'm going to look up these base set 2 ones, though, because I know they're not super valuable. I did have the Charizard, and I sold it. All right, this base set 2 Clefable. This one doesn't look too bad. I think when, you know, base set 2 came out, this collector started taking care of their cards a lot more. So that one we might grade. Dark Dragonite, that is a hollow. I had a first edition Dark Dragonite, and I sold it for way too cheap. This one's got some silvering. We're overall in good condition. I gotta see how many of these, you know, how many cards I'm gonna send in general. You know I get a break at 100, so I might take some of these ones that I'm like unsure of and send them in. You got Mewtwo from base. The first edition one on this is going crazy right now. This one has some silvering right there, but other than that, it's a good looking card. That'll be filed under the maybe. All right, so as I said, we got the full Southern Island collection, and it's not in order for some reason. Like, I don't know why it's not in order, but you can see you got you got the beach, the water, the jungle, you know, whatever you want to call it, but the whole Southern Island set. which continues onto this page with the Mew. I already pulled that one out. It's not in perfect condition. That card, if you can get that card in a 10, crazy expensive, but it's not. All right, so if anybody who's watching is into Dragon Ball Z, just take a quick look at this for me. I have no idea. I know Dragon Ball Z is kind of like on the second tier of things that are popular right now. And for some reason, there's this in the back here. Newer card, I don't know, these are black and white, I think. But they were upside down and like doubled up. But I already kind of checked those. There's nothing really in there. So anyways, if anybody's interested in this binder with that whole island set, let me know. I'm not going to sell it with all the other cards, but the binder itself, Southern Islands, with everything else. Okay, so that was the two binders. Well, I guess I had this too. I can flip through this real quick. I don't think there was anything in here like too crazy. Just a lot of common cards, a lot of base set 2. There's some stuff from Rocket, but I didn't see any like rares or anything. But these cards are like quadrupled up, so I'm not gonna look at all. Oh, they come out the side here. I'm not gonna take them all out, but maybe there's some cool cards in there. I don't know. Now it's like you never know. Like I feel like I gotta go through them, but yeah, I don't see it. And these cards they're in pretty rough shape. I mean, you can tell just by feeling the binder thing or whatever you call this. Wouldn't it be crazy if there was just like a Charizard behind one of these? Some legendary collection. Man, has anybody found any like good rummage sale, yard sale finds? I say rummage sale. I moved to North Carolina. They don't know what a rummage sale is here, so I feel like we gotta go through these. If I don't find anything good, I'm gonna just speed this section up. All right, so what also came with this was this box, and it was not as organized as it is right now. Things were like really loose in there. There was a lot of like Neo series, Gym series, just all sorts of cards. But what's in here right now, there's nothing really too crazy, but I pulled out all the cards that I thought were worth showing to you guys, and I might get some of them graded. So I'm gonna start. So we had this random Darkrai promo in there, so for whatever reason, and then I'm just gonna go through here. So we had some first edition cards I found in there, and they were in good shape. They were actually in the sleeves. So we got this Venusaur reverse, which is a binder copy because the back looks, it's got that might even come off, I don't know. It's just like a piece of another card, but it looks good from the front. Then we had these in top loaders, the pre-release Misty Seadra, Hitmontop, and then these were actually in these top loaders. So I haven't taken them out, but they look like they're in good shape. So these Topps cards I might send in for grading. And then we got the Mischievous promo, Cleffa promo, Igglybuff. These were all in the top loaders already, these promos, so might be worth something. And then we got 3 German base set first edition cards. We got not the most popular ones. We got Poliwrath, Clefable, and no, that's Clefairy, sorry. And then Chansey. And I think just the fact that these are first edition base set, even though they're German, I'll probably send these in. They're not in perfect shape. They're not going to get a 10, but they're not that bad actually. So those are probably going to go in. All right. And then these cards that I'm about to show you are all protected very well. And there's nothing like crazy in here, but they're all like base set Fossil and Jungle. And they're all in really good shape. So I'm not going to like send any of these into PSA, but they might be worth something because they are base set cards and they're all in really nice shape. Then we got more Topps cards. These were not protected. So even like the Charizard has like a little ding down there. So I don't think I'll send any of these ones in just because they likely have issues. Cool Charmander there. I always thought these cards were like they were like the fake cards, so I didn't really care about them. But I can see why people like them. The artwork's cool, and you know, since nobody really cared for them, they weren't, nobody protected them, so they're kind of rare to find. And then I just got a bunch of other cards. These, like, most of these are going to be in pretty rough shape, or, you know, PSA 6 or below. The cool Umbreon. But again, it's got silvering. Not too bad of shape considering they were just thrown in that box. But kind of a bummer on some of these, and I'm going to get to some Suicune non-holographic that, you know, if these were in better shape, they'd be really good to send into PSA, but they're not. Got some E-Series stuff. Like, I saw this, and I'm like, where are the hollows? Where are the crystals? It's more of those island cards, and then a bunch of Japanese. Some of these might be in decent shape, like this Moltres was in the card sleeve, in the sleeve, and it looks in really good shape. Actually, that one I might send out just because that's one of the popular cards from that set, and it was protected. I'm gonna give that another look. Then some reverses, whatever, you know. Then some of these cards, like if these were in better shape. I don't really like Japanese myself. This Meganium was in the sleeve too. Might be worth something. I don't know. These Japanese cards, it's tough. You know, they're so easy to grade, and they used to be a lot easier, apparently. Like, I've never sent anything to PSA, so I don't really know. But anyways, so that was the set. I'm going to just go through these again on our way out, and thank you guys for watching this one.